Well, today I'm just going to be starting a series where I take you through all of the tag teams now that I've sort of established all the champions and Generation X. That's right, everyone, DX. This is my stable in-game, and I'm going to take you through what I do. I'm going to show you the outfits that I give each one of the individual wrestlers in-game and let you know where I got each model from if they're a core. So let's go straight in. D-Generation X team name, team announced, D-Generation X, obviously. Now, what I do when I come into this part of the game is I don't make the main guy the first member. So, for example, Shawn Michaels and Triple H, number 1 and number 2 guys in DX, but I don't make them those slots because they're not my tag team on this game. In my universe mode, the New Age Outlaws are obviously my tag team. So Billy Gunn and Road Dogg take the 2 number 1 and 2 slots so that they're the tag partners. Then comes Michaels and Triple H, and then of course X-Pac rounds off the stable. There's no China, but then there's also no room for managers in this game. I wish that they allowed in the stable a room for a manager to be put in, because then I could download China and throw her in as a manager, but unfortunately the game doesn't work that way. But Reaction Boo, this is based on the Attitude Era when Michaels was absolutely hated back in '98 when he lost the title to Stone Cold. So that's what I really base my DX around, but then I pull into the future a little bit and pull back the New Age Outlaws and drag them in with it as well, because obviously when they first joined DX, they too were heels. So by the time WrestleMania 14 came around, you had this whole bunch of DX guys who were just major heels. They hadn't quite done the face turn at this point until Triple H went alone with his create some, but I don't have any at the moment. Tag entrance type, I obviously always put this together. Tag team entrance settings, I'm just going to do this really simply. The tag entrance setting should always be D-Generation X, it just makes sense. The trio entrance type together, and I always set the trio entrance to Evolution. Just so that you can see what these look like, I will go into them in a moment. But obviously with the tag motion victory, I do the Degenerate Renegades, which is the New Age Outlaws. And then for the trio, I do the generic trio victory 1. Just to show you what all that looks like, I'm going to show you each of the tag team entrances. So here we go. We're going to show you DX first as a tag team. So this is the New Age Outlaws and how it looks. The recipe I've used. And hopefully you'll be able to use this as well when you want DX in universe mode if you haven't already got them set up. And that's right, I don't have the bold Shawn Michaels. Is he in his 80s? He might be in his 70s. But whatever, he's older. He's way older and he's still got more hair. So waiting for this to load, come on, and then we will go into the demonstration. Like I said, I based all of the attires on 1998, circa 1998. So when you see them all and you're like, whoa, where are these from? About 1998. Simple DX, Titantron. The motion D-Generation X. I actually don't think the Degenerates are on there. Nope. So the Degenerate Renegades aren't even an option on here. You can't have the New Age Outlaws entrance. So either way, it doesn't matter. You might as well just do DX. And I position them in such a way that Road Dogg is obviously the guy who's crossing his arms because he was the one who usually did that. Billy Gunn in the Shawn Michaels mode looks decent. You can't really tell it's Michaels until they get into the ring and do their weird thing. But that's what I do. And then Triple H, wall banners, blah, blah, blah. You can see all that. Pause the video if you want to see it. Yes, I'm finished with that. So let's go to the trio next. I want to try and keep this video nice and short for you so that you can just quickly jump in, get on with your game. If you want to copy anything or use anything from this recipe, then you can. So, trio settings. Now, obviously, the trio is great because having Triple H as part of any trio that has evolution as a setting, means that you've got like the full water bottle entrance, and it doesn't look a bit weird that a random wrestler is carrying a little bottle of water with him to the ring. So I use that. Hi, Uriel. I use that because it's the easy setting when Triple H is involved, you know. So I'm waiting for this to load, man. Oh, the load times are so much better this year, but they're still very long. So forgive me, I tend to get impatient with this, especially when you're trying to show you guys stuff. I really wish it didn't take quite so long to load. But again, the trio setting, I'm not sure who my third guy is. I'm hoping that it's X-Pac. So DX music, Evolution Motion, Titantron DX, yeah, X-Pac is the guy. So like I said, unfortunately you can't see the outfits that I've got for them. I don't know why WE does this, 2K does this, but it resets it back to their original outfit or attire, and then you just have to watch it with their original outfit or attire. It's annoying because it means you can't see how it would really look until you actually play a match itself. But X-Pac is how he looks in my game because I've created his outfit. It's not quite authentic, but I've done the best I can with what the game gives me. So that's it. I mean, you can see what those are. Wall and Banner movie. DX all over. Except that. Finished. Boom. We're gone. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'll show you the Degenerate Renegade victory motion as well, because I think that's really cool that you'll get to see, especially the New Age Outlaws when they're the tag team of this stable. I think it's really important for you guys to actually see how they celebrate. And I'll give you another little hint in a minute at what a little trick that I do. It's really simple, but it works really well because of my universe mode, and again I'll elaborate on that once we're loaded and ready to go. Load times. I feel like it's been 8 minutes so far of a video, and about 3 of those minutes have been watching the game load. Okay, here we go. So this is the celebration. Obviously, this is the Degenerate Renegades. This is the New Age Outlaws celebration on the game. Why they've got a celebration and not an entrance is beyond me, but that's the way it is. The Dudleys have got both. I think there's a couple of others actually, that other tag teams on the game have both. But why these guys don't get the entrance is probably because of the audio that the Road Dogg obviously says, "Oh, you didn't know?" But it doesn't matter about that, you know. You can just take the audio out and just leave the motion. I think it's fair, and you would understand it. But one thing I do, because I use the old universe mode, I don't have like all the LED screens and the stage ramp movie, etc. So I'm going to show you what I do. It's really simple. I just go to the letter N, find none, select none. And the reason I do this is so that what I found is that if you use a custom arena, if you don't set these things, what happens is it confuses the game. So the game thinks that it needs to play whatever's selected in this area. So for example, if the New Age Outlaws are entering a match, then it will, if I set this to like arena, what will happen is the game will play this random LED over the top of your ring apron, even if you don't have the LED selected. It's so bizarre that it's frustrating, and it really annoys me as someone who creates a lot of this sort of late 90s arenas. So always set those to none. It was something that I learned probably after I did these guys, but you know, I've just saved it anyway, so who cares? But that's what I do with all of my tag teams at the moment, and that works. That cancels out this glitch that happens at the beginning or the finish of an entrance or celebration. Generic trio victory, I don't need to show you that. What I'm going to do now is go straight in to showing you the characters themselves. So what I want to do is show you all of the individual outfits that I have in D-Generation X, including the alternate attires that I have for Triple H and Shawn Michaels. So what I will do the custom superstars first. I hope that didn't do Arn Anderson. Another thing that annoys me about the game with the loading, look at that. Ooh, I don't need Arn Anderson yet. That's for another day. That's for the Four Horsemen. Spoiler alert, you've just seen the Four Horsemen, one of the four, revealed. So yeah, obviously let the game load. That's what I've learned. And then Billy Gunn. This was a core that I downloaded. You guys can get him from Community Creations. I think you'll agree it's a great core. I don't think I actually changed anything other than a slight hair color change for this model. But you guys should just go ahead and find Billy Gunn. It's quite easy to find on the PS4, so just go on Community Creations and get that. I think you'll agree looks great. So that's the outfit that he wears. I usually do a different outfit. I usually give him two attires. I give him like a black version as well, but this should the good old-fashioned DX green. I'm trying to think what other colours he used to have. He had green, he had a yellow one, he had a blue outfit. I think he tried red once, but I didn't like the red one. My preference is always black for my pay-per-views. For my pay-per-views, I like all my wrestlers to sort of wear a different colour to what they wear during the weeks in between. But that's Billy Gunn. Let's see who's next. So again, you're going to get to see some of my both created characters and people that I've downloaded. But that's not a problem, is it? Okay. Road Dogg. Perfect. Now, Road Dogg, I'll hit this one off straight away for you. I created Road Dogg and everything that you see, so this is one of my creations. I admit it's not perfect, but I think it's a pretty decent creation for you, and I assume and I imagine most people would be happy with this creation. Tattoos are in the right places, but they are not the proper tattoos. I apologize for that. I actually don't know how to do that without seeing the guy in person and taking pictures of all his tattoos. Maybe I could try and create some on Photoshop, but this is what has come out of it. I used it based on the Road Dogg's outfits when he first joined DX. It was a very plain black and white outfit. This is what he's got. I don't think his attire, is literally the entrance and ring attire are the same. Like I said, you can upload these in Community Creations for free. But that's it. I think Road Dogg looks great. I'm a big fan. Still don't know why he's not on the game though, because he works for WE. And I'm pretty sure Billy Gunn is on good terms with the WE too. So the next one would be a simple jump right to the bottom. There you go. There's X-Pac. Now, X-Pac was a download from Community Creations, and I downloaded him because of his face scan. The face scan is very good. There's a bit of shadowing on his left side of his face, but honestly, you can see how good he looks compared to X-Pac. There's a 123 kid that actually looks really cool as well. I was very close to downloading that one, but I worked on this so much that I was just like, no way. I've spent so long trying to get a decent looking attire together for this X-Pac that I'll be peed off with myself if I go out now and just start from scratch again. So like I said, I created the attire here based on one of his DX outfits. You'll notice that there's some, let's just go into free roam. You'll notice some green detailing around here. All I did for that was the thread. I just used like the thread option and then I made it green. Unfortunately, you've only got 6 possible options to use for the thread, so I couldn't even get it all the way around, which is such a shame because I think it would have looked way cool had I have been able to get it all the way around his boot. It would have just added a little bit more authenticity, but it didn't happen. The other thing I did that I should tell you about around the DX logo, I to get that green outline on the DX logo, what I did was create 2 DX logos. One of them sits underneath the other, obviously, and the one that sits underneath is that sort of greenish yellow hue. So it looks essentially like the DX logo has a sort of yellowy green border to it. So it was a real simple trick that I did. I think it looks kind of good. It gives it a bit more color. As I've said before, I'm not happy with the trunk part of this outfit. But that's life. Like, unless you're actually going to create the outfit, which I've never done before, by the way. I've never created trunk elements and stuff on Photoshop. I should give it a go, but I haven't done it before. I don't feel comfortable just yet doing it. Until I do that, I'm going to have to just suck up the fact that these guys aren't quite as authentic as they could be. Maybe I'll give it a go. That might be a good challenge for me. So that's X-Pac. Now the next guy that I'm going to look at is a very obvious one, because there's only 5 and I've been through 3. I'm going to go through Triple H next. But Triple H is an alternate attire. So I'm going to show you the alternate attire soon. Just skip over to alternate attires. Skip down to Trips. Where are you? He should be on here because he has an alternate attire. There he is. Okay, so for Triple H, I based his outfit and attire on SummerSlam 98, which is, for those who don't know, it's when he fought against The Rock for the Intercontinental title. Again, it's not 100% accurate. I apologize to all those anal people out there who are like, why is it not the perfect outfit? But I've just used the logo elements that the game has given me, because they're high res, they look great. And the main thing is that the outfit looks real, in my opinion. The main thing is that the outfit color is right. His actual outfit looks correct to that time. Anyway, what I've also done when it comes to the attires, like I said before, I usually give them a pay-per-view attire. With Triple H, it's a black. You can just see it's a straight up black attire. Now, I don't give him the DX shirt simply because it adds a bit of depth in my universe mode. For me, the reason I don't give him a t-shirt when he enters the ring in a pay-per-view is because he's more focused, he's ready to go, he doesn't need the distraction of taking off a t-shirt in order to get in the ring and get involved with the action. So that's why I do that. That is Trips. Hope you like it. Feel free to pause the video and copy it if you want. I mean, I've used all the elements for Triple H and Shawn Michaels are already on the game. So, again, like I said, feel free to just pause it, go and mimic it, imitate it, do whatever you want. Doesn't bother me. These aren't community creations. So, when it's like that, I'm just like free for all. Just copy whatever you want. It's fine. So now we're going to wait until the game loads, and then I will show you HBK. The showstopper, Shawn Michaels. Where are you, Shawn? Okay, here's Shawn. Now, for Shawn, I always have this thing where last year I ended up creating about 6, and I mean this literally, about 6 different attires for Shawn Michaels across the whole game. What I've done this year, though, is decided I'm only going to do 3. Okay, so he's got 2 alternates, and then he's got the attire that he had on the game already, which is like the silver, black, and red attire. Now, this one was from Hell in the Cell match against The Undertaker. This is his black outfit that he wore against The Undertaker, and I love it. It's just straight up black, white outfit, real simple. I don't think he wore that on the entrance, but I love that jacket, so I give him that jacket to wear. I've wrestled with this one. I've seen it in ring on the game already. I've played a couple of Universe weeks. I know I said I haven't started properly, and I haven't started officially yet. I've just set up the title holders, and in doing that, Shawn has won one of the belts. And when I played, I think I was The Rock against Shawn, it just looked really cool. I thought the outfit looked great, and I was very happy. Now, the other one, I don't ever remember this, but it's from one of the Manias. I think it's 28 or 29. It's when he wrestled Chris Jericho. So if you know Shawn Michaels well, you'll know straight away that this is the attire he wore against Chris Jericho. Again, it was just something different, and I like the look of the attire. I like the fact that his wristband, he has the wristbands rather than the actual hand glove thing that he wore with the heart on. So I just gave him that attire. It was something different for me. Again, the entrance attire, I don't know if he wore that for the event, but I saw this one and I've never seen it before. Maybe it's just completely gone over my head and I've missed it. But when I saw it, I was like, that looks really cool. I'm going to put that one on as his entrance attire. And I hope you like it. I think it looks pretty cool. But those are the attires for D-Generation X. That is everything done. Now, one thing I have noticed there is that I've got crowd reaction as cheer for Shawn Michaels, which I need to change because he's meant to be booed. Why did I forget that? Things like that annoy me when I forget those tiny little details at the end. Also, I'm not sure why his attributes say overall 92, because on my universe mode, in fact, on my actual game, Shawn Michaels is a much higher rating than that. I'm going to check that quickly before I do anything else. So, that's it. This video has been about 22 minutes longer than it should have been. But that is DX, people. All 5 of them. I hope you've liked that video. Again, like I said, I'm just going to quickly check while I'm talking to see if Shawn has the right rating that I gave him. Yeah, a 97. So I don't know why it does that. He is booed. He has got a 97. That's perfect. And there you can see the outfit he's wearing is that silver, black and red one. That's his default one in my universe mode. So now that that's helped me out, made me feel better, reassured me that I'm not losing my mind, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a great weekend. I have. It's been fun creating content. I've been doing a lot of gaming on Red Dead Redemption 2, which is why this video is coming out a lot later today. But I'm going to be doing more when it comes to the universe mode as we go. I'm officially looking to start tomorrow. Now, if you don't know what that looks like, this is a sneak preview of the calendar. WCW Nitro on Mondays, ECW Wednesday, Raw is War on a Friday, and then I've made my own sort of universal event called the Saturday Night Main Event, which is ECW, WCW, NWO, and WWE, all together in a free match pay-per-view, if you like, or a free match event, which is more like an exhibition event. But I actually had to use it as a trick to work around the belt issue that I had. I wanted to use more belts that are custom belts on the game. In universe mode, if your custom titles are not set as one of the 6 belts, you can't assign a wrestler to the belt. The game just doesn't remember it. When you leave universe mode, it forgets, and then you're screwed. So what I did to work around that was create another event, and then I've made it the minimum amount of matches, but to justify it in my head, it's an exhibition mode for all of the brands to come together on one night to have really cool exhibition matches on a Saturday. So, got that. And I will be going through this. So I've just finished Payback yesterday. I was tempted to do the pay-per-view for my first one, but I couldn't be bothered. So I will be starting with Monday Nitro tomorrow on Monday. That was not intended, but that's great that it worked that way. And then I'm just going to do probably 1 show a night. If I feel cocky, I might just do 2 shows. But I would love your feedback on all these videos. I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you want to ask me anything, if you'd like me to create anything, please hit me up on Twitter at xharperco or on Instagram at xharper.co. And I will happily message you back, or leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Please don't just give me a thumbs down. If you don't like the content, please tell me why. I'm sort of thick-skinned. I'm quite a thin guy, but I'm thick-skinned. I can take your abuse. If you've got a problem with it, just let me know. If it's real rude, I'll delete it anyway. But I like to respond to everyone. I take a lot of pride in responding to everyone that takes the time to either watch a video or respond. So please just let me know your feedback. I want to make these videos better for you. I want to help you guys in your universe mode, in your WWE 2K gaming experience. So please let me know what your thoughts are, good or bad. I love you. You have been awesome. I am X Harper, and until tomorrow, I will see you soon.